Well, hello everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is Shiv. Today we are out on the beach in West Dennis, and there's some enclosed areas, or I should say cordoned off areas, where there are some nesting plovers and terns. And the whole idea is to stay outside, away from encroaching on the area that has been cordoned off, but yet it's sufficiently close for one to get some fairly decent images of these birds. Some of the terns are in fact, sitting on the nests on eggs, and some the eggs have hatched. Want to see if I can get some little video clips as well as some images of these birds. The plovers, a lot of the chicks, I believe, have in fact hatched, and they're scurrying around on the sand, and maybe we'll be able to get some of those. It's an inordinately hot day. It's about 84 degrees, and the humidity is up, but there's a half decent breeze. The light is not the best right now, but at least it gives one some time to explore and see where these birds might be, so that one can set up and capture some images. But let me just show you what this area is. As you can see, the ocean, and what I will do is just pan across to give you an idea as to what and where these birds are. So I don't know if you can actually read this sign. Again, the sun is very bright, but basically says area closed, threatened birds nesting, common tern, least terns, and piping plovers. So that's basically what we have here. And I can see at least two of the terns on the sand. Let me just see if I can get a video of that with a longer lens. So I have one tern in my sight, and it's really, flicking its beak, not doing much, but really out there. They're very protective over their nests. In fact, they will fly above you and dive bomb you on your head if they get the first opportunity. They will do that. Hand holding this camera is not that easy with a long lens, particularly with such a small subject, but this is a piping plover chick. And just like the plover chicks, here's a tern chick. Doesn't look more than a day or so old. It's really tiny, and the parent tern is still on its nest. So that's interesting. Probably another egg or two, which may hatch while I'm around here, which will be interesting. The chick is kind of moving forward, and eventually the mother will, right there, lift herself up and tuck the chick under her. Here on this occasion, the parent has got the two eggs, as you can see, and she's covering up both the eggs and one chick all under her, keeping them warm, and hopefully those two eggs will also hatch. Here are a few images of the birds that I've photographed. think I'm going to walk back to where I just came from, and because really there's very little happening over here, so there's no point wasting any more time. Let's get across to the other end where you actually enter, and we'll see if we can get something interesting happening over there. With these terns, both parents look after the young and keep the eggs warm. Here is an exchange taking place. One parent leaves the nest, exposing the eggs and the chick, and then the other parent comes and basically takes over. She's going to sit, or he's going to sit on the eggs and also cover up the chick, which is typically a behavior that they do. The chick kind of stays under till it's ready to, I wouldn't say fledge, but about near fledging. It was an interesting rollover, which as far as behavior is concerned, it's fascinating to watch these creatures. What I find fascinating is that observing bird behavior, particularly when I'm photographing, is something that one doesn't do as much. But I've noticed when I'm filming or actually doing a video, I'm much more cognizant of what's going on with the birds and watching their behavior. And I think the combination of both doing video and stills has actually expanded my knowledge of birds and nature and wildlife and what goes on. And it just helps so much in understanding what their behavior is going to be, anticipating something, and then being able to capture that at the appropriate moment. And I think that's just a fabulous thing to be able to do. So today's photography was all done using my Panasonic G9 with the Leica 100-400 for all the still photographs and also most of the birds in flight. There were a few videos that I did with the G9 using the long lens, but all of the rest of the video was shot with the Panasonic GH5S, and I was using the Leica 8 to 18 millimeter lens, which is a f2.8 to f4. Basically, most of it was all done handheld. There was some done with a tripod. There's just a lot to carry, and particularly these days, having to wear a mask and carry things for long distances is not the most comfortable thing to do. And you can see the tern behind that little bit of shrubbery. Going to do a shot from here. Actually, I always prefer the light to be in the direction where my shadow is pointing, but unfortunately the nesting colony or the nesting area that's been cordoned off doesn't allow for that angle. The closest I can get, if I get all the way to the rope area, the rope that's used to cordon off, will put me in a position but still not good enough, and that gets me into too much proximity of the bird, and that's not good, because I don't want to disturb the terns to a point where they potentially could abandon the nest or abandon the eggs. You definitely don't want that to happen. This particular tern is sitting on its nest, and I'll just take a couple of shots. the light's getting a little bit problematic because again the direction of where the sun is going down compared to where the birds are. So what I'm basically going to do is pack up and maybe come back here in another day or two. Maybe on I don't want to come back on the weekend, but I'll probably come back here on Monday morning. Hopefully the light is good then. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed this episode, please do give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, and hit that little notification icon so you get notified each time I post a video. And with that, thanks so much, and once again, be safe and stay well.